Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Siobhan Allgood, a contestant on this season's rendition of Hell's Kitchen. So, Siobhan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Excuse me, no problem. What were you doing before you got on to Hell's Kitchen?
Before I got on the Hell's Kitchen, I was working at a gastropub on the Art Museum portion of Philadelphia, running the kitchen.
All right. How did you get involved with Hell's Kitchen?
I got involved with Hell's Kitchen by looking online and noticed that there was a casting call for Hell's Kitchen, and I told my husband, I'm like, I really want to do this. Like, I think this would be a cool thing. I was like, I don't know how far I'll make it, but I was like, oh, what the heck? It's not going to hurt anything if I go for the, for the casting call. So I sent an email out to the casting crew there, and they asked me some questions, and from there they pretty much launched me forward past the original casting call and started to do a private interview with me.
When the people did the confessionals on there, where they sat and talked with the camera, were you guys told in those what other people had said, or did you not find out until the show had already aired?
What people say in confessionals is pretty much confidential at that time. You don't know what other people have said about you or what they've said at other times. So whatever you say in there is pretty much whatever's on your mind.
Gotcha. With you being on Hell's Kitchen, would you do it again if the opportunity arose?
I definitely would do Hell's Kitchen again if the opportunity arose.
You came back for the Hell's Kitchen finale on a couple weeks ago. You came back, and I wondered what your thoughts were on coming back like that when it actually happened.
When I got called to come back on the Hell's Kitchen, I was pretty excited because I felt like, it was just another stab, to the Hell's Kitchen people that were already on there, which was, go ahead, put me with Ben again. I don't care. There's nothing that can happen at this point that would, drive me too crazy. And so I was like, bring it on. Like, I was totally excited to come back for the finale.
And what are you doing now?
What I am doing now, actually, I've taken an executive chef position in Collingswood, New Jersey, called Westside Gravy. It's a nice BYOB. I say more, instead of BYO bottle, I would BYO your beer, because it's definitely got a very good play with some things that would really complement some really great craft local beers.
Right. The other question I had was, how is your cake? Because I read on Facebook that I guess your cat laid down on it.
Oh, yes. There was one day that I made this fabulous cheesecake, and I pulled it out of the oven and I let it cool, and my husband and I went out for, we went out for something. And we came back, we went to and had dinner. We came back from dinner, and we were going to eat cheesecake either that night or the next day. And Jack, my one-eyed Mancoon mix cat, decided that would be an excellent place to take a nap was on the cheesecake. So unfortunately, we never got to eat the cheesecake. But I think the cat really enjoyed its bed on the cheesecake.
Right. And while you were on Hell's Kitchen, what did you think about the finale and who won?
My opinion on the finale and who won is kind of bittersweet at this point. I think that Holly, who actually won, I thought that she was a really good competitor. I felt like she maybe slid under the radar a little bit. I feel that she's a really strong pastry chef, and I think, I was on her team, so I did root for her, of course. I can't be biased that way, but, if I had to look back on it and say, I felt like Jay was a better qualified candidate. I wouldn't say his people skills were that good, but I would say that, just chef skills, all in all, I would say that Jay would have been a better candidate to work in one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants.
How happy were you when Ben got eliminated?
I was very happy when Ben got eliminated, and what made me even more happy was that they kept him there until the very last second, and then they shot him in the butt. So that was really, it was just like, every dog gets their day, and he got his just at the right time.
Right, and I will say that my wife and I watched that show religiously while it was on, and we were rooting for you, and every week she kept going, when will Ben get eliminated? I don't like him.
Yeah, I know. That was a popular thing. Everybody kept saying, they're like, when's he going to get eliminated? I said, Just keep watching. Just keep watching.
Now, while the show was going on, this was probably taped not way back, but before it aired. How hard was it to keep it a secret who did what and winning and all that?
It was very difficult to keep it a secret, from friends and family. I mean, people that were even really close to me had no idea that I even went out to audition for the show. And I would say that my husband was kind of the biggest helper because, he, not only myself, but he as well, got questioned by some people that knew that I went for the audition. And so he was really good. We were really good at helping each other not say anything to anybody.
How far in advance was the beginning taped, just out of curiosity, for the Gordon Ramsay with the devil and all that stuff?
That was taped almost, it's like around the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, right around the same time. And we were taped over a year and a half ago.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And that's shot on a green screen with, all that crazy stuff that they do now with the green screens, which is pretty cool. So none of those things are actually there when we tape it, all those special effects. We have to pretend that the special effects are there. So that's how that kind of works. And that's what a lot of TV stations and, movies and stuff do is they do that CGI stuff and they, put the computer stuff in there.
Right. Now for the kicker. This is a question I am sure all my listeners want to know, everybody who listens to this station want to know. Is Gordon Ramsay really that mean?
Definitely a popular question. It's a question I'm asked all the time as if, is Gordon Ramsay that mean? I would say that it's kind of twofold here with this one as well. Gordon Ramsay definitely is as mean as he is on TV, absolutely. He yells and screams and curses at you and, calls you donkeys and all kinds of things like that. But all in all, he's a really good person. And I feel that some of the techniques that he uses with yelling at people is a way to really bring out something special in people. And that's something that I could parallel with being I was a professional ballet dancer for a long time until I was in my late teens. And that was something that I saw in him that I had experienced. So, yes, he is crazy, but he's got a really good heart, and he really knows his stuff. And I think that's just the way that he comes across is a little bit on the what they would say mean side. But he really, especially if you watch his Kitchen Nightmares series as well, he's just incredible.
And that actually leads me into my next question, which was it hard having the cameras on you, I'm guessing almost all the time?
It's when I look back at it wondering like, oh, what's it like to have the cameras on you and stuff, the cameras are there, but after like a day or two that you're on set, it's like they don't even exist. There's so many of them all over the place, they all just kind of blend in with everything else. So you really do get quite used to, the cameras all the time. It's just, how it is.
I'm assuming that once you got done with this, you went home and slept after those, 6 a.m. challenges?
Absolutely, yes. I did come home and I slept a lot. But it took me, I would say, almost a week to just kind of take down the adrenaline that was running through my blood after taping all of Hell's Kitchen.
And then I guess my final question for you would be, do you have anything you would like to plug, like a website or anything?
I definitely would have to say that if you want to know some more information about me, you can always Google me. I'm Siobhan Allgood. You can also check me out at my website, www.siobhanallgood.com. And, hey, I know if you guys ever travel to New Jersey and you're in town, please stop by Collingswood, New Jersey at Westside Gravy and come check out my new restaurant.